dramatic wedding for Marcia Claus's character on Desperate Housewives, but her real-life wedding to stockbroker Tom Mahoney might never have happened, but for a chance meeting in a Los Angeles flower shop.
I never really saw his face. I just heard his voice and I loved his voice. And I don't know, I was just drawn to this person. And I asked a shopkeeper who he was, and she said nobody. And which in LA means, of course, not an actor. And I was about to walk away, and then she said, do you want to leave your number? And I said, yeah. And then I ran. And I actually saw him coming out looking for me shortly afterwards, but I hid. And then he called a couple weeks later, and that's how we met. We weren't dating that long before it was a, pretty serious relationship and had some good possibilities for the future.
After just 8 months, the couple was engaged, and plans began for a summer wedding at the Ritz-Carlton in Pasadena, with Reem Acra creating the perfect gown.
It was sort of a creamy off-white. Then it was strapless and totally embroidered on the bodice, and then it had a beige sash. There was something very traditional about it and a little bit modern in the sash, which I think is kind of a combination of how I am. And my favorite part about the dress was actually the veil. It was just embroidered all the way through the back, and it was just stunning. I had 7 flower girls. A lot of my girlfriends had kids, and they happened to almost all have girls. So it seemed like a no-brainer that their mothers were going to come down the aisle. I love them, but, we weren't going to do that whole bridesmaids thing. I've grown up with all these girls since they came out of the womb, so just thought I've got to have the girls in the wedding. It was so special. A lot of the ceremony was designed around little girls and my sister. My sister happens to be a gorgeous singer-songwriter. And she wrote this song. When I heard it, I just thought, this is what I want to walk down the aisle to.
Guests packed the Church of Our Savior in San Gabriel, including Desperate Housewives co-stars Ava Longoria and Felicity Huffman.
They announced us husband and wife, and then we walked down the aisle, and every picture of them was like, so happy.
For the cocktail hour, event planner Julie Pryor designed a white room inspired by the florist shop where the couple first met.
It was just a completely another world, sort of super modern and fantastic. Everybody loved that room. And then the reception was very colorful with lots of gorgeous flowers, and they were all sort of jewel tone, warm and passionate. Highlight, aside from taking my vows and Mrs. Mahoney, was my dance with my father. He's a very quiet man, but when he gets on the dance floor, he just has this incredible grace and elegance, and I didn't think I was really ever going to get married, so I never thought that I was going to get to have that, dance with my father, and it was just so special, and I'm so lucky that I got that.
Marcia and Tom are now expecting twins. And as the evening played out, Marcia reflected on the chance meeting that had such a fairy tale ending.
I think I was guided to him, I really did. There was an energy that pulled me into that shop, and there was something I think I recognized about his being or soul that is absolutely right on. What I felt in that shop is who I got and better.
Coming up, Tori Spelling gives a private screening